We begin with good news on this Friday for motorists using the Cavitex or Manila Cavit Expressway. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. announced that toll for vehicles passing through the Cavitex will be free for 30 days. In a statement posted on social media, Marcos says the Toll Regulatory Board has approved the recommendation of the Philippine Reclamation Authority, the operator of Cavitex, to implement a toll holiday in the expressway from July 1 to 30. Marcos thanked the TRB for its prompt action on the proposal, as well as the MVP Group, the conglomerate managing the expressway, for its support. The President first announced the toll holiday during the inauguration of the new Cavitex segments last week, saying it will help motorists bear the impact of rising fuel costs. In other news, China says it is committed to manage differences in the South China Sea through dialogue and consultation amid tensions brought by its Coast Guard personnel who harassed Philippine troops in the Ayungin shoal on June 17. The Chinese embassy says Beijing would work with ASEAN countries to implement the declaration on the Code of Conduct of Parties in the South China Sea. It also committed to advance the consultation on the Code of Conduct to jointly safeguard peace and stability in the region. The statement came as the Department of Foreign Affairs said it was working hard to build up dialogue with China to resolve differences on South China Sea issues. The embassy also reacted to U.S. Ambassador Mary Kay Carlson's recent remarks on what she called the growing chorus against threats to peace and stability in the South China Sea. The U.S. envoy called for Beijing to cease harassment of Philippine vessels lawfully operating in the Philippine exclusive economic zones and to halt the disruption to its rights and resources. Former Negros Oriental Representative Arnolfo Teves Jr. is one step closer to standing trial on charges against him back here in the Philippines. Timor-Leste's Court of Appeals has granted Manila's extradition request against the former lawmaker. The Department of Justice confirmed in a statement the court's decision relayed by Timor-Leste's Attorney General. Teves' counsel Ferdinand Topacio, however, says they would appeal the decision. Teves is facing 10 counts of murder, 12 counts of frustrated murder, and 4 counts of attempted murder before the Manila Regional Trial Court Branch 51. He was tagged as the mastermind in the March 4, 2023 shootings in Pamplona, Negros Oriental, which led to the killing of then-Governor Roel Degamo. In August last year, the Anti-Terrorism Council designated Teves and his brother, former Governor Pride Henry Teves, as terrorists over their alleged involvement in several murder incidents and harassment in the province. The former lawmaker fled to Dili, Timor-Leste and applied for political asylum. Last March, he was arrested and imprisoned in Becora prison, but he was released early this month. However, he was rearrested and transferred to the Policia Nacional of Timor-Leste. Smart but impoverished students may soon be able to take private college entrance exams for free. The Presidential Communications Office announces that a bill mandating the measure has lapsed into law on June 14. Under Republic Act 12006 or the Free College Entrance Examinations Act, Filipino students at the top 10% of the graduating class who are living below the poverty threshold may take free entrance exams in any college in the country. The PCO says the law emphasizes the need to assist disadvantaged students who show potential for academic excellence. Meanwhile, Republic Act 11999, a bill establishing the Bulacan Special Economic Zone and Freeport, also lapsed into law on June 13. The law calls for the creation of the BEZA or Bulacan Special Economic Zone and Freeport Authority, which will manage the airport project and the airport city project within the EcoZone. The BEZA shall establish the general framework for the EcoZone's land use, planning, and development. The Interagency Development Budget Coordination Committee or DBCC has proposed a national budget worth 6.352 trillion pesos for 2025. DBCC Chair and Budget Secretary Amenah Pangandaman says they will submit to Congress the proposed budget on July 29 after the third State of the Nation address of President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. The proposed budget has the theme Agenda for Prosperity, Fulfilling the Needs and Aspirations of the Filipino People. Pangandaman says the budget is equivalent to 22% of the gross domestic product and 10.1% higher than this year's budget of 5.768 trillion pesos. The increase aims to support the full reopening of the Philippine economy in line with the Philippine Development Plan 2023 to 2028. The DBCC says the economy is expected to finish at 6 to 7% in 2024 and expand further to 6.5 to 7.5% in 2025. Pangandaman expects the country to become an upper-middle income economy in less than 2 years, at the same time reducing the poverty rate to single-digit levels by 2028. And that's the latest and the biggest stories on the Pna Headlines. For more news updates, please visit our website, pna.gov.ph, or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. The Pna Headlines is also streamed via the Servicio Facebook page. You may also watch the Pna Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website, nib.gov.ph, under Pna News. I'm Bench Bondok. This is the Pna Headlines, bringing stories that unite the nation.